Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some things that I've stopped buying that have helped me save money. The first item that I've stopped buying is fast food. I never was a huge fan of fast food anyway. McDonald's usually makes me sick, but every so often, or if you're going out with friends, it was really easy to go grab some food. I've really stopped doing that, and you end up saving a bunch of money. Your parents are telling the truth when they tell you there's food at home. $5 here, $5 there adds up quickly. When you start buying your own groceries and shopping for yourself and stuff, you really realize that that $5 you're spending on the one meal, or maybe even $10 at a fast food place, could go so much further if you spent that in the grocery store. The next item that I've stopped buying is makeup. Of course, I still do my regular makeup routine, but I've stopped buying foundation and skin, like face makeup, like contour and bronzer, blush, anything like that, eyeshadows. I realized a while ago I'm not very good at makeup, and I prefer my face pretty bare anyway. Every so often I'd go out and I'd be pretty hopeful, like, oh, there's a cute little eyeshadow palette, maybe I'll get into it. It never works out. I never end up using it as much as I think I'm gonna use it, and then it just sits. It's a waste of my money, and it's a waste of the product. I know a lot of people are really into makeup, and it's almost like a hobby. If you spend a ton on makeup because you love it, because you enjoy doing your face, being creative in that way, or wearing a full face out every day, that's perfectly fine. For me, every day I put on mascara, I do my eyebrows, and then I'm good to go. That's how I prefer to go out. I feel comfortable that way, and that's what works for me. When I get ambitious and act like I'm gonna do full face of makeup every day, it never works out, and I always default back to filling in my eyebrows, putting on mascara, and then leaving the house. So I realized instead of trying to change myself and make myself like doing more makeup, I've just accepted that this is it. This is as exciting as it gets. Maybe one day I'll throw on some eyeliner, but other than that, it's pretty basic, and it's a way that I save money. The next thing that I stopped buying is trendy clothing. When I first started making money, when I had a paper route many years ago, I wasted so much money on clothes. And I think that a lot of people go through that when you first get your job and you first start making money. You want to buy all the things. You have this money now, it's yours, you can do whatever you want with it, and so you go buy all the things. And that's exactly what I did. I spent so much money on clothes, and they didn't last. I didn't like them a little while later. It just wasn't worth it. I'm happy that when I was younger, I enjoyed my money and I spent it in that way. It wasn't like it was gonna go towards anything better at the time. But now that I'm older, I really recognize that it's not worth it to follow these fashion trends. We all know that they're constantly changing, and it's difficult to be expected to always be on top of the latest trends. Styles go in and out. What I would suggest is to find a few pieces and colors that you always love on yourself, that look great for your body, whatever it is that you know will last you. Basic pieces, simple colors, neutrals, jean always is in. It's really cool to have super awesome outfits and be really trendy on Instagram and look like your favorite celebrities, but it's also super cool to have timeless pieces that you see in your closet and you can wear again and again, and you realize you've had this for like 5 years. It's still held up and it still looks great and makes you feel great when you put it on. Find some clothes that make you feel good, and don't worry about what everybody else is wearing. Now, this next one is, I guess, categorized as spa. I still go in to get certain things done, but I've stopped completely getting my eyebrows waxed. I actually stopped waxing my eyebrows in early high school, and it wasn't to save money, it was because someone waxed them far too thin, and I'm sure a few of us have experienced that before. It's heartbreaking. But after that, I realized I'm just gonna do them myself. I've got tweezers. I can deal with like the pain. It doesn't bother me. So I started doing my eyebrows myself, and I don't miss it. Now, maybe you can't give up your eyebrow waxing, but another tip would be to give up your lash extensions. I personally have never had eyelash extensions. Like I said, I stick to mascara. It's fine, it works for me, but I know lots of people that are constantly spending money getting their lashes done, and that's all and cool, but if you want, that's another thing you could try to DIY at home. My boyfriend's younger sister started doing her own lash extensions. It looks great. She can fix them up any day. She can put on more or less, however she wants, and it's a new skill that you've learned and got under your belt. It's super cool. Another area of the spa that I would suggest you DIY is your nails. I only had my first manicure earlier this year. I never went and got my nails done, and it's because I'm pretty blessed with my nail length. My nails grow really long and I can take good care of them so that they don't break and peel, chip away. So I had no need really to get my nails done, but I know a lot of money is spent getting your nails done, getting your toes done, and it's something you try to do at home or just go without. I know people that used to constantly be wearing fake nails, and once they started keeping their nails bare, their nails got a lot healthier, and now they prefer to just have their natural nails, which is awesome. Again, none of these suggestions I have, doing it or not doing it, better than the other, it's really all up to you. These are just things that I've done and suggestions that may work for you. If you love your nails, don't feel like you're wasting your money just because it was a waste of money for me or just because it's a waste of money for somebody else. If that's how you want to spend your money and that's something that's super important to you, then it's not a waste. Next area I saved money was with haircuts. Now my hair is curly. I did a big chop a few years ago and I've been natural ever since. I've been in to get my hair trimmed once, and after that I just started doing it myself. If you trust yourself enough to cut your own hair, it's a great option, but if you don't, there's probably someone in your life that could do it for you. I also started cutting friends' hair. My boyfriend had a few friends that were spending a lot of money for haircuts at the barber and asked me to cut their hair, and so I did, and I got the hang of it. I mean, nobody ended up bald, which is great. If you don't trust yourself to cut your own hair, there might be someone in your life that can do it for you. Patrick is now growing out his hair, but I just trim it whenever it needs a trim. Saves, I don't know, 10 bucks maybe. I don't know how much it will be for him to get his hair trimmed, but it saves some amount of money for me to just do it at home. Okay, so these next two on the list are pretty personal. The first one being I stopped buying razors. Now, I still shave, but I just buy razors very, very infrequently. I have a razor body and then just the changeable heads. Eventually, I'm going to get rid of that completely for one that's completely reusable and all metal. But for now, it's really easy for me to only shave when I need to. I don't like shaving anyway. It takes a lot of time. My legs are really long. I just would rather not a lot of the times. So if I'm going out in shorts, if it's summertime, yes, I'm shaving. But when winter rolls around, I don't care that my legs are hairy. My partner doesn't care that my legs are hairy. Nobody else's opinion really matters on the issue. So yes, in the winter time, if you see my legs, they will be hairy, and I don't mind. I do always shave my armpits though. I know people that have completely given up shaving their armpits. It's super cool. More power to you. I am not that comfortable with a hairy armpit now, but if you are, sweet. If you're not, well, that's okay too. Okay, the next personal area I've saved money is I don't buy pads or tampons anymore. A few years ago, I switched over to a Diva cup because I became very conscious of the environment, and it's been an awesome, awesome switch. Like, I can't recommend it enough. If you don't like the idea of an insert, there's definitely other alternatives. There's period underwear, period liners that are reusable, things like that. But personally, I would never go back to tampons and pads. I kind of wish that I started with a Diva cup. I suggest it to friends, to family. It's worked great for me, and yeah, go try it. You won't regret it. You'll also realize how much money you're constantly spending on pads and tampons, worrying about having enough, sending somebody out to go get more because you've run out. It's so much easier to have something that's constant and that lasts a while. Okay, the next area is something I actually don't drink at all, but I know a lot of you probably do, so I thought that I'd pop it on here. That is coffee. It may be coffee, it may be tea, whatever you do in the morning, try to do it at home. Personally, I drink tea. I always make it at home. I like it that way, but you can easily end up spending a lot of money going out and stopping on your way to work or something like that to get your coffee. Making it at home is also a great excuse for you to wake up a little earlier and slow your morning down. A lot of people say that they don't have time, so they just stop on their way, but you're waiting in line anyway usually. You're still spending time there. You could spend it at home, slow down your morning, relax, sit, drink your coffee, or put it in a reusable cup and go. My foot is falling asleep. Hopefully the video is halfway done. So, oh gosh. Oh, it's so tingly. Okay, the next area is another drink. I don't spend money on alcohol. I really rarely drink now. I rarely go out to parties or clubs with very few exceptions, but in general, I just prefer to have water or like a ginger ale. I've learned to enjoy being sober and to enjoy not drinking, and it saves a lot of money. I've bought alcohol once since turning 19, and I live in Canada, so 19 is the legal drinking age, and I've actually gone in and bought drinks for an occasion one time. And I don't mind at all. Don't think that it makes you more mature to sit there with a glass of wine than somebody who's drinking apple juice. It really doesn't make a difference. Drink whatever you want to drink and don't give in to the pressure to be partying, having fun, or getting drunk, or even just casually drinking. If you genuinely don't enjoy it that much, or you could care less, then it's an easy way to save some money. The next area is meat. I don't eat meat as often. I've lowered my meat intake, and that saves me money when I go grocery shopping. Meat is expensive, and it's not, it doesn't need to be a part of everybody's diet. Everybody's different. And personally, I'm not a huge fan. I know some people really love meat. They say that they can never live without bacon. It's not that important to me in my life, and so when it's available, if it's prepared for me, I eat it, but I've reduced my meat intake and I'm happy about that. The next area that I've tried my best to stop spending money is trinkets and decor and little things like that. HomeSense takes all my money. I love little things. I love like little items. Like if I'm in the store browsing, which I try not to do because that's how you end up spending more money than you intended, but if I am in a store and I'm walking through the aisles and I see, like, it's happened several times, I see like a little dinosaur. It could be anything. I have a dinosaur paperweight, I have a plastic dinosaur, a dinosaur skeleton, like dinosaur is just an example. I just want it. It's cute. I like it, and I want to have it. I want to bring it home, but then it ends up taking up space that's not necessary, and it gets cluttered. I have so many things in my room that are not necessary, but I just like them. I mean, do I need a big plastic Tyrannosaurus Rex? Of course not, but it's fun, and he sits on my bookshelf and guards all my books. Do I need a tiny miniature tiger and elephant to sit on my mirror? Definitely not, but they make me happy and they're very, very cute, and so I bought them. But I really try my best to stop doing that. I've tried my best to stop browsing in stores because I'll end up leaving with something to put on some shelf, and it's wasted lots of my money. But like I've mentioned before, any of these things, if they make you happy, if they bring you joy, it's not necessarily money wasted. It's all up to you personally what you want to give up and how hardcore you want to get into saving your money. So the last item on this list is something that I never really was buying, but I actively avoid buying, and that is bottled water. I don't really think I need to get into how unnecessary buying plastic bottled water is, how much a waste of your money it is. It's essentially something that is free, and people are constantly spending money on bottled water, and it's an easy way to save some money. Reusable water bottles are so cute. Like, there's so many designs, you can put stickers on them, you can get whatever color, different shapes, like all sorts of different kinds that will fit you. They can keep your water cold, you can use them to keep things hot, and they last. My water bottle is attached to me at my hip. I don't leave the house without my water bottle. I don't go into another room of the house without my water bottle. It might be an unhealthy attachment that I have to my water bottle, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I encourage you guys, if you are still going out buying water or buying cases of plastic water bottles, I would really, really encourage you to switch. And also, they are terrible for the environment. I'm proud of you if you remember to put them in the recycling bin, but recycling is not the answer. Recycling is not going to save our planet, and every plastic water bottle that you use is essentially waste. It's essentially trash, and unfortunately all of the recycling efforts aren't going to change that. So those are a few items that I could think of that I stopped buying that have saved me a lot of money. If there's something on that list that you could stand to give up, maybe do that for a little while. It doesn't need to be forever. I mean, you could choose to give up something for just a month and see how it goes, and then you've saved a little extra cash that month. Don't overwhelm yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna change my lifestyle, I'm gonna give up all of these things, I'm never gonna do my makeup, never gonna do my hair, never gonna do my nails. It might just make you miserable. Be realistic. Maybe choose to give up one thing at a time, or one thing for 1 month, then go give up another thing for another month. It can be difficult. I know somebody who was having multiple Starbucks coffees a day, and they switched to only having once a month. So in the whole year, they're only gonna visit Starbucks and get a drink 12 times, which is super cool considering they used to go like 3 times a week. And it's obviously hard, but then once you're doing it, you realize you can live without a lot. And when you start seeing that money that you get to keep instead of giving it to whatever corporation, it feels really good. So if you're watching this video because you're currently trying to save money, I wish you all the best. I really believe in you. You can do it. Just set your goals, keep watching videos like this, and you'll do fine. If you guys are going to take any of these tips into action, please give this video a like. Please let me know that you've enjoyed my tips, my suggestions, and that you like the videos that I'm making. It really helps out. If you're new to this video, please consider subscribing. I am obviously a small channel, but I'm going to continue putting out content and helping everybody the best that I can. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.